studio in July.
Oh yeah.
And if we can get him in the studio in July, that's fucking huge.
Yeah.
But
just like him, a huge star.
A huge star.
A huge star,
massive star
of internet and television.
I would be very excitable and very happy if we could get him in the studio in July.
Yeah.
He won't do a game, but he might do a saga.
He's very handsome. I'm just staring into his eyes.
Like you, Jay.
Yeah.
I missed you.
Missed you too.
On Tuesday. I needed you on Tuesday to go off on your random waffles to save my voice. My voice has been gone.
I thought it meant just to fill time.
Yeah, my voice has been gone all week.
Yeah.
Because I was at football on Sunday. I don't know if I've mentioned.
You weren't playing football though, were you?
Oh God, no.
No.
This carcass running around a pitch, not a chance.
Yeah.
I was at football on Sunday to watch Saints, Joe.
Yeah.
I've mentioned it.
You did multiple times. I'm more of a bowls kind of guy.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a bowling.
You're the bowl.
Yeah. I'm the.
You just got 3 fingers in you.
Yeah. Saturday night, innit?
Yeah. Joe has returned to us, chat. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us on this currently fine Thursday afternoon.
Yeah, it started off raining when I left Shaftesbury.
It was pissing down this morning. It was really bad. When I went to the gym this morning, it was absolutely teeming it down. And I got back from the gym and I was like, I really wanted to ride the bike over today because I like riding the bike over. It looks like we're supposed to clear up at 2. I was like, that's no fucking use to me, is it? Because it's being...
Can't say that
and
about
then,
news.
and then as I said that, it just the clouds parted and the sun came out. I was like, go now, go! So I came over early. I also had to clear the table away.
Hello, people.
Because I didn't do that on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I didn't clear the table away.
I don't do it. If Brom's playing, I don't normally.
No, because it's already after midnight when you finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is actually a nice day here in the studio. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash all of those magical YouTube buttons for us. Hit the like button if you enjoy the content. Smash subscribe if you haven't already. And hit that bell notification icon if you'll be notified every time we're live on it. Now the thing is about that subscribe button, that's really important to us. Actually, we managed to claw it back. So subscriber growth dropped off of a cliff. And then over the course of the last 2-3 weeks, and it might have had something to do with Peachy, we managed to claw it back a little bit. But YouTube is still telling me, Joe, that 30-40% of people that watch aren't subscribed. And it's free.
Just pressing the button.
But if you press it, you gain at least an inch, I've been told.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What happens if you subscribe to multiple channels?
No, the rest of them don't count.
Oh.
The ones that claim they've got the best community
So I'll go up to 2.
No, Jay.
Oh.
Like I said, the ones that claim they've got the best community ever, you know.
Same. Allegedly.
Anywho, I was about to press a button, and thankfully it wasn't actually a button. Cool, I don't need this anymore. There we go, you can put it like that. Anyway, today's topic, right? I do my normal thing for Liam and Joe shows. So what I try and do is I go onto the Warcom page and I have a kind of peruse and see if there's things we can talk about. Do a bit of Googling. Is there any real hot news at the moment in the specific segments that we're going to talk about? What we tried to do, at least recently, was break out Tuesday and Thursday, AOS and 40k. So Tuesday I started the faction focuses where we cover Stormcast Eternals and Skaven, and today should be about 40k. And I almost switched it to AOS again, almost. But I decided not to because it should still be a 40k show, right?
Yeah.
So I went looking for 40k news. And what I've come to realise is realistically, there's none. No. So we had that fantastic Emperor's Children article. We had the monumental points update. We've had a kill team released for Votann, which also means there's an updated index with a new unit in it that Votann players can use. Right?
Have they released an index for it?
Yes, that was like yesterday or today. Yeah. Oh. And that's all kind of really minimal. Like it's not really a Liam and Joe show's worth of articles. Otherwise, there's basically nothing.
No.
And so I'm sat here and I'm like, I don't. So some people may or may not have kept up to date with the channel and what we think about 10th edition and the way we felt about 10th edition. Some people may even have kept up to date with other channels and how they feel about 10th edition, and some of it positive, some of it negative. So my question really is, with basically no news at the moment as we await the arrival of Prior Nexus as a mission deck, is that good news for us or is that bad news for us? Now I can argue either way, I reckon. But what do you think?
I would like to think that no news is good news, right? Because Games Workshop is a bit of a loose cannon when it comes to everything, right? And I like I said before the Chaos Codex dropped, I was very, very nervous.
You were very nervous.
I was terrified.
You kept messaging me about it. You were that nervous.
I'm like, I'm not excited about this, and it's kind of come out, and it's kind of good. It's okay.
I think the Chaos Codex is borderline perfect balance.
Yeah. It's not broken. It's not shit.
No.
It's just good.
It can
right.
hold its own.
Yeah.
It's got lots of variety.
Yeah,
lots of
and it's
options.
like, we know the Sisters are coming, we know Gene Silicolt's coming, we know a new deck was probably going to come at some point in the future. So them just kind of holding true on their destination, not veering off in a wild direction, is better than them going, here is a rules update. Everything's changed, it's all bad now. You know? Just be like, just don't go crazy.
Yeah.
You know? It's like if you went to a zoo and accidentally dropped a gun in a monkey cage. You know, like, don't go near it. Just leave it. Stay where it is.
So conversely, it could be argued that no news is quite bad news, because no news potentially could mean that they think it's in a good place right now. Now, I actually sat thinking about this morning. Ironically, unironically, I'm not going to turn into. Oh, I am going to turn into all those people. Fuck it, because I'm quite proud of it at the moment. Ironically, I was thinking about this while I sat in the gym this morning. I'm going to say it. I was in the gym this morning. Right? I'm quite proud of how often I've been to the gym recently. Castellan, by the way, confirmed became a Thane overnight, like he said I would if I did 10 sessions in a row.
Yeah.
He's now said if you get to 50 sessions in a row, he'll give 50 memberships. Oh. So, I mean, I'm enjoying it. He shouldn't make these bets anymore, because I'm currently really enjoying myself in the gym, so I'm going to keep going. Anyway.
Is there a time scale on these sessions?
No, I'm just doing 3 a week. He just says in a row without stopping. And I'm not stopping. I could take a week's break if I injure myself, but stopping is stopping, right? And then having to start all over again. Anyway, I was thinking about this sat at the gym this morning, and I was like, is 40k actually in all that bad a place? Okay, granted, the most of us don't like some of the directions that the game has gone in with certain things. Actions, I'm not a fan of. They don't call them actions anymore, but they're still actions. The kind of the way that the game is built at the moment, I'm not a big fan of, in terms of how you build your lists and stuff like that. From what they've shown us with Pariah Nexus, there seems to be a bit of an intent there from GW at least to kind of push battle line, and I suppose maybe try and get people to build armies that look more like the armies of old, rather than these newfound armies where you see nothing but elites and heavies and fast and no sort of troops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then just character spam everywhere. And I was like, is it actually in a bad place? Well, actually, I'm going to go as far as to say I've started lately really enjoying my 40k. There's some bits that I play that I don't like, whereby a Primarch doesn't necessarily feel like a Primarch, or there is just far too much access to rerolls. Personal things I don't like.
Yeah.
Personal things, not necessarily bad things in general. But is it actually in a bad place? I'd go as far as to say that I think 40k at the moment is actually. This is where our viewership drops to 3 people because positivity kills.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like 40k at the moment is quite a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So arguably doing nothing would mean perhaps they think the same.
Yeah.
In terms of
I
news.
mean, the tournaments are still doing well. Like they're still selling out. There's still clubs going. My mate Dan, his club in Staines has done a one-day RTT, and that's sold out. That's their first ever event, and they're going to start doing another one. So more and more people are doing these things, and they're being more popular. I just kind of hope going forward, like someone said earlier, a roadmap wouldn't go amiss.
Oh, I'd love a roadmap, Joe. I really, we've talked about this before, right? Wizards and Magic, you know what like card decks are coming in the next 18 months, apparently. Don't hold me to that, I'm not a Magic person. But this is what Vince was telling me before. And yet, 40k, we don't know what's happening next week, really.
When's Games Workshop financial year end?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
It's like a really obscure, like it's because it's not April to April, well, like everyone else. Theirs is like June, July. So it might be a case of like they're waiting for the financial year to go,
might be.
and then be like, "This is our plan for the future."
But no news could also actually could be bad news. It could be that they think everything's fine, nothing needs updating, nothing needs changing. Yeah. It also could mean, because we're having loads of fun right now, it also could mean a huge update is around the corner, or a huge change is around the corner. That's why nothing's coming out right now, which I also think would be bad.
They're just cranking they're cranking the bungee cord back further to smack us in the face with it. You know?
That's a concern.
Yeah.
It's 100% a concern.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Chat, we're interested to know what you guys think today. If you have thoughts about this topic, we'll continue to blither it, to ramble is the word I'm looking for. We're going to continue to ramble on for the next hour or so. We have a hard stop at 3 o'clock today, simply because I've got a person coming to test the building's water at 3:30.
Mozavero.
End of
Mozirevo, end of May.
Maybe that's why there's nothing going on right now.
Yeah.
Well, there isn't nothing going on from Games Workshop's perspective, though, because there's loads coming out for AOS.
Yeah.
And I also wonder if this is something that they do.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much focus on AOS. They're like, we're not going to actually introduce anything exciting for 40k because we want everyone's focus to be on AOS at the moment. And maybe it's done on purpose. But if you've got thoughts about this one, please, like Narek's just done, stick them on big colourful postcards for us. Joe's going to start reading them out in a minute. We obviously also welcome your members inside us, don't we, Joe?
I like 100 members.
We love your members in and around us, right? Gifted memberships is actually the best way of supporting the channel for a number of reasons. It financially supports us, and it gives loads of other people access to the early content when we do sagas. It gives them access to the Discord server. Skull tier members now also get a 5% discount on the merchandise store. There's an extra thread in Discord for you Skull tier members underneath the merchandise thread, where it will give you a discount code. Fun fact, if you become a Skull tier member or above, you get an additional 5% discount. It goes up to 10% discount on our merchandise store. And that's important because last night we launched a brand new t-shirt coming thick and fast right now. So we have the Lictor t-shirt.
Yeah.
I just got a picture from Mini Wargaming Dave of him wearing it proudly in the UK. He's just landed for UK Games Expo this weekend.
I'm actually excited.
We've got the Greater Good t-shirt for Tao. I've got the new Bully Boys t-shirt. It says "fracking bully this boy," right, with a picture of a mega knob.
Yeah.
And I've just commissioned a new one, which is an idea that came from Ryan in the OnlyThanes, which is a Death Strike missile that says "parry this, you filthy casual."
I'm surprised you didn't go with I love knobs.
I thought about that, but we've got an Orc t-shirt. I'm going to try and do one for every sort of faction, and then come back round and do another comedy one for each faction.
What's happened to the Hardly Noah range? You just sat off.
So, no, we're going to keep doing the Hardly Noah range, Joe, but if I do nothing but release Hardly Noah t-shirts, the joke gets very old and boring very quickly.
Oh.
So you need to stagger it. So, like, maybe 3 more t-shirts, we might release the next Hardly Noah. That make sense?
Are we getting the Working Lurking crew?
We can do Working Lurking crew, yeah.
For these people.
We can do that eventually.
These 170 people.
Yeah.
And they're 55 likes.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I'll press the button again. That'll do it. If I press this button again, we'll hit 100 likes.
I imagine it's because they're so busy working they can't touch their phones.
I've seen you. You're always able to touch your phone when you're working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not with my hands.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you, Nightmare. It says, you guys are looking great. Cheers.
Oh, thanks, mate.
You can have a thumbs up and a heart.
You get both for the compliment.
Had a haircut.
Yeah. Joe has had a haircut. Show me up. I didn't get my haircut for tomorrow.
My partner does it in the kitchen.
Is she?
Yeah, with some shears.
With the lights off.
Yeah.
I need to teach you how to taper in the side of this.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
I'm in my learning phase of life at the moment.
Yeah, this is really easy because what you've got here is you've got like a little wispy bit here by the ear you need to get rid of. We need to taper this in.
Yeah.
Really easy to do.
Yeah. Because neither me or my partner are trained hair technicians.
That's what YouTube's for, mate. You just have a set of clippers, grade 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Right, and all you do is you go like from about here, then here, and here, and here, and you just curve it in every time, and it blends it all into the side nicely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really easy. I could teach you. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Joe should only wear Hardly Newer t-shirts. I wish I only own one, and I've lost a little bit of weight, and I bought the wrong size to begin with. When I say I bought the wrong size, Liam asked me what size I wanted. I told him I measured myself lying down, or not lying down, sitting down in the chair. So it was a bit spread out, and I was like, oh, triple XL, according to the thing. And now I've lost a little bit of weight on top. It now looks like I'm wearing the circus tent from Batman.
If we get to 100 members for the Liam and Joe show, I'll order you another one.
Yeah, of each.
Of what? Of each of the t-shirts?
Yeah.
If we get to 100 members from the Liam and Joe show, I'll order you one of each.
Yeah, and then I basically, if we release another one, that's 4 t-shirts, 4 streams. Don't have to wear my own clothes anymore.
Fair, yeah. Permanent advertising board.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then I'll charge an advertising fee.
Well, when we get to 5 t-shirts, maybe 10, probably 5, probably 10, maybe 5. When we get to those number of t-shirts, I'm going to release the Great Hall merchandise affiliate program.
Yeah.
I've got big plans, Joe.
Yeah.
And it might just completely fall flat on its fucking face. But it's worth a go, whereby anybody can sign up to the affiliate program and then they can go out and advertise our t-shirts and they'll get their own kickback from people buying our t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
I like that.
Yeah, I thought you might. Because you could be an affiliate too, Jay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Mini Wargaming Dave has already said he'd like to be an affiliate.
yeah? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We should have got him a Sad Joe t-shirt.
I can still do Sad Joe t-shirts.
Yeah.
But currently, I'm trying to make T-shirts that aren't channel specific.
Yeah.
They're kind of more just generic, funny 40k. Is my current plan.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's fine.
But yeah, thank you for saying we look good.
Thank you.
I feel good at the moment.
Thank you.
I have a dumbbell in the studio now as well.
It's not that dumb.
Well, it is when he gets here at 6:30.
Hey! Right. It's his birthday today. It means we have to be
It
nice.
is, yeah, we have to be nice about him.
Have to be nice to him for 5 minutes. Right. Thank you, Crumpets Panda, for 5 Liam Dempsey memberships.
Thank you so much, you legend. Thank
you.
Love you.
And then he's followed it up with a super chat. Also, it's very generous.
That's
today.
2 of the hat trick. If he upgrades, he gets a hat trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy. What do you get for a hat trick?
Luce normally dings her bell at home. They won't hear it because she's at home, but trust me, she will.
Thank you, Crumpets. Right, it says, I'm happy for no news on short-term stuff like Pariah, but I wish there was more long-term noise like roadmaps or warnings regarding Emperor children, etc.
Yeah, I think I probably agree with that actually.
Yeah, it's like when they did that that post of like, where they go, here's a bunch of pictures, guess what they are, kind of thing. Guess what the answer is. So there's like a picture of a wolf head and a king and a crown. So it was like the Wolf King. And then it was like, they were all Space Wolf related.
I think,
and then they did no Space Wolf related releases at all.
I think often when they do these preview things, which I'm not I love the teaser kind of concept. I'm a really and this is the thing, when we talk about no news, sometimes the news is so old that you've forgotten about it by the time it actually comes out, because it'll be like rumor engine stuff with their potato cam or their stupid zoomed in image. Which, as a concept, I really love the concept of that. I think it's really cool. I think the execution is dog shit. Because they'll go, here's a rumor engine image, and 9 times out of 10, not always, but 9 times out of 10, you don't actually get that model or that item or that thing until 12 months after the rumor engine happened. And by that point, you're like, I forgot that was even in the rumor engine. Yeah. It's so irrelevant.
What I'd like to see from Warcom, because, no offence, Warcom, if you're watching, but you're useless. On the whole. No offence.
None taken, Joe.
No offence. What I'd like to see, right, from Warcom, because it's their news thing, isn't it? It's their advertising and selling tool to sell you models.
Correct, yeah.
Right? I don't feel like when I look at Warcom on a daily basis, I'm impelled to buy anything.
No. No. I'm inclined to agree, actually.
Yeah? So it's basically like the local news of like, I don't know, like a small village. Like here's the news, like Terence and his wife had children this weekend, and you're like, great.
But the other thing as well is with Warcom is it's essentially a politician.
Yeah.
So Warcom is a whole article of basically saying nothing.
Yeah. What I'd like to see from Warcom is a move across from there, because they're kind of like their painting tutorials on YouTube. Kind of dying down a bit now, aren't they? They're not really released en masse. What I'd like to see is them make Warcom the one-stop for those things. So they go, here is today's painting tutorial, click on it, and then obviously it links you to YouTube. Or it's an embedded video.
But right? Warcom's layout in itself is actually pretty shit.
Oh, it's awful.
If you think about it, because you get a drop-down menu, which is latest articles, 40k, AOS, blah, 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 blah. And then you just got to sift through it or use a search bar and hope. And the search bar for the GW website is also trash. Because if you misspell a word, it doesn't recognise what you would. It doesn't do Google and go, we think you were looking for this. It just goes, nah, don't know what you're talking about.
What I'd like to see is them like, because one of my favourite articles are like how-tos, or we've done a thing, or obviously we've released this model. If you add this kit and combine them, you can make this. Or Terence in the studio has picked up Terence has picked up 10 or has picked up 4 sets of this terrain kit. This is what he built, and this is how he built it using these other.
But Warcom also, they could have like a thing that you click, right? You could click on a thing and it takes you to a rolling roadmap, right, which shows you the next 6 months loosely. It doesn't have to be exact dates, because I know, like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but fuck it. The release dates change a lot. You've seen it, right? Here's your NDA, and now it's moved. And now it's moved again. Now it's moved again. In fact, actually, it doesn't normally move that often.
My favourite way is like, we pushed it back. It's pushed back. It's tomorrow. Okay. Like, there's times where like things have moved, and then they brought it forward by 2 weeks. I was like, now I've got no time to build and paint it.
Yeah, it's not. It's not common that we get more than one update, but things do move a lot. So when I say it's moved again, I'm being a bit unfair there. But things do move quite a lot. I'd like a rolling roadmap that says, even if it's like June,
Yeah.
Just June. That doesn't tell me start or end of June, just June,
Yeah.
because this is things coming. June, Pariah Nexus. July, AOS. August, and I'm guessing here, to be fucking clear, all right? August, Emperor's Children. What's after that? In September, Chaos Demons. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, that would be cool. So I know kind of what's coming-ish, roughly. I think you're right. I think there could be more. Someone said, or I don't know where it is. Someone said on Warcom is a hype machine.
Yeah.
It actually generates no hype.
Yeah, Crumpet said that. Crumpet's Panda. It's one of those things. I don't. And when the people that write the article are dead inside.
No, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
I just when I read them, I'm like, they just sat there with a thesaurus going, what's the biggest word?
The people that write the article are fed the because the articles typically only really cover what they're releasing, what they're doing. And so, for example, the AOS articles that are currently out, all they're doing is regurgitating information that was given to them by the AOS rules team, and then right-clicks in on. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do I put as much shit around this sentence as possible to make it feel like an AOS sentence?
But they're really limited in what they can say about new releases, but they're not building hype about their existing lines. Games Workshop, once a model or kit is released, are like, don't care about it anymore. Like they'll be like, oh, this kit's dying off a bit. Let's do an article on why this unit is fun and exciting. Let's do an article about how to convert this box set, you know? Like we gave one of our members of staff this kit and he's made a diorama and it's really cool. And then people were like, oh, I forgot that kit existed. I'm going to buy it.
Well, and this is where, like with the Chaos Space Marine release, they kind of balled this up. Here's two giant new box sets. It's the only time they ever really seem to care about old models is when they bang them in a £150 or £140 box set, whatever it is, so that you get your hands on one single 40mm fucking Chaos Lord. But even then, they're like, how to flesh out this army. I thought that had potential as an article that didn't really go very far.
No.
Because if you looked at those £240 box sets and the new Combat Patrol and you buy all three of those, you've got a pretty well-rounded force at that point.
Yeah.
And I just think there's things they could have done. Like when they said add this and add this and add this, I was like, you've literally picked the shittest things in the book. So you've not thought about this at all.
No.
And so you then essentially discredit your own article, and then people. That when you kind of take away the authenticity, the genuineness of the article at any point, future articles then suffer from that previous one. People go, "Oh, this is just trying to sell kits, trying to sell models, to try, they're not being genuine, they're being disingenuous, and therefore I don't actually trust it." And so typically Warcom is mostly used for snippets and rule updates from people, and it's used on Sundays to see what's coming next week.
Yeah. The only time I look at Warcom now is I go, oh, it's 6 o'clock on a Sunday.
Do you think that Warcom itself as an entity thinks it's a good hype machine simply because when products typically, especially in the 40k realm at least, go up for pre-order on a Saturday, they sell out within 3.5 seconds, and so they're like, so this is the thing that's frustrating from a creation perspective. This is very frustrating, and I have had this conversation with GW, so they're aware of my thoughts and opinions on this, so this won't be news to them, so hopefully I won't get an angry text in 10 minutes. But, because that happens sometimes, but this is the thing that frustrates me. Warcom has to be the first to release any news.
Yeah.
And this is why this morning I go to Warcom to look for news for the Liam and Joe show, and there's basically nothing out there for 40k. They have to be the first. Creators are not allowed, as I'm sure you're well aware, to do anything really until the date and time the pre-order goes live on the web store, which for us in the UK is typically 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, right? Typically. Yeah. On occasion, our NDAs are different because points updates or Minotaur, not Minotaur for Money, the other one that they do, chapter approved.
Yeah.
So that can sometimes be like on a Thursday, for example, at 1 o'clock or whatever. But typically, our NDAs for products at least are 10 a.m. on a Saturday. So our content can go out there to the masses about this product at 10 o'clock on a Saturday morning, which means that the point in which you're able to pre-order it, I can show you. But because there's normally such scarcity of product, it normally means that by the time you'd have got for the intro of my video, intro alone, it's probably sold out on the website.
Yeah.
Which means really the only marketing tool they've had that's made any kind of realistic difference, it could be argued, is Warcom. Right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if GW actually thinks that Warcom is a fantastic marketing tool, because if you look at Chaos Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines, Sunday, you can buy it at 10 o'clock this Saturday morning.
Yeah.
We have to say and do nothing, right? It then carries on, like Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Here's some detachment rules. Here's some of this. Here's some of that. Here's the box sets, etc. Right? We have to say nothing. We can say nothing. We've got the stuff, but we're not allowed to say anything. 10 o'clock in the morning goes live for sale. Right? Limited edition codex sells out in no time at all. Brand new 2 giant box sets sell out in no time at all.
Yeah.
And then we're like, well, I mean, you didn't need really us, and I don't want to say that because I want to keep getting preview content. But I would argue that perhaps GW is like, Warcom's a great tool. We keep selling this shit out.
Yeah. I kind of feel that the best tool that they've got is the notify me button. Sold out. Because because the thing is, if you think, right, I play Old World, right? And then if I want to buy something, never for sale, right? We had a discussion earlier. And then what I do, the units I actually want are like normally the characters and the expensive stuff. So I put a notification on for Elise Douchard, the beautiful unicorn lady model, right?
Oh, for
Bretonians.
Old World, yeah. She's a pretty model, to be fair.
Stunning model.
Yep.
Got it, sold out straight away afterwards. It was up for less than a day. Sold out. And that's not Warcom doing anything. It's barely even the Games Workshop website doing anything apart from just a link to sell it. It's kind of thing.
But that's its own, that in itself, Joe, is its own problem.
Yeah, and because the scarcity of buying anything at the moment, because stuff sells out really quickly, everyone who wants it uses the notify me, and then once it goes up, people are so desperate, it immediately sells out again. For Games Workshop, that's great because that stuff is on the shelf for no time at all. But they'd also make more money if there was more available.
Well, I mean, there's a difficulty of retail in general.
Yeah.
So the reason why we've moved to print-on-demand T-shirts, although we're using high-quality premium print-on-demand T-shirts, the reason why we moved to print-on-demand T-shirts in general is because guessing how much stock you're going to sell is a literal nightmare. And I almost wonder if GW, we're going to go off topic slightly here, but I always wonder if GW should almost have like a early sign-up kind of button, register interest type button. You know, not necessarily financially committing to buying it, but a register interest type button so that it can go, like, well in advance, we know that 20,000 people want this box.
Yeah.
So we need to make at least 20,000 copies of it. And we probably haven't got everyone who's registered their interest, so we probably need to make more. So we made, I don't have it on today, you don't have yours on today, we made the Great Hall Polo shirts. And I made the mistake of marketing it to the Thanes first to generate interest. I don't know if you know the Thanes, Joe, but they're literally mad cult people who will buy anything we put. I think we could probably put a logo on most things, and one of the Thanes, but like, I want that thing. It's got a logo on it, right?
Lunchbox.
Yeah, almost definitely. I mean, I think a lunchbox is probably a great idea, right?
Yeah.
So Thanes are like literal fucking militant channel fans. So I marketed it to the wrong people. So then when we ordered the shirts, I spent £600 to £700 on stock to get the polo shirts in, and we haven't sold them. People don't really like them at all. Well, I say they don't like them. I think perhaps because it's a £35 polo shirt, because it's an embroidered logo on a Canterbury top. I think people are put off by the £35 price tag, perhaps. But I'm now stuck with a load of stock at home that I can't shift, right? Yeah. Which is fine. It happens. It was an experience, but it means I've made a bad guess as to how many I've sold. And I'm doing this at £500-600. Yeah. I'd imagine when you're producing 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 kits or codexes, we're talking about the more than £600.
Yeah.
We're talking about the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of pounds of forecasting and stock guessing. So I actually, I don't believe for a minute that they ever want to actually be out of stock of anything. No. Because if you're out of stock of something, you're potentially missing a sale. Yeah. So I don't genuinely think they want to be out of stock. A lot of people have said about driving false scarcity. It doesn't make sense to be out of stock of stuff when people still want it. But I also understand perhaps why they might under sort of order.
Games Workshop inherently hates scalpers. It's made a lot of big deals in the past about dealing with scalpers.
Yeah, right? With varying success.
With varying success. So, like, they don't want a second-hand market of new product, right? Because the scalpers get abused.
Names, lunchbox incoming.
Yeah.
Fucking you lot, honestly.
So,
don't make promises, Joe.
No. I didn't promise anything. I just said the word lunchbox. Right. It's throwing me off now. Yeah. So They don't want a second-hand market because basically people are buying it and then it's being resold and then resold, and the Games Workshop's not getting that money. They'd much rather sell 2 instead of 1. They don't want a website full of out-of-stock items because all they know is that a lot of those items are going up on eBay and being sold at more money, and they're not getting part of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think the false scarcity thing. Did you talk about the End of the Death Part 3
No.
idea? But talking about scalpers.
Oh, when they cancelled all the orders?
Yeah, so they cancelled it all right. So in a couple of days' time, well, in the next week or so, they're having a special day, right, at Warhammer World. They've got 600 tickets, got 600 copies of the End of the Death Part 3, which got cancelled, the special edition ones, right, because of scalpers, right? Their way of dealing with scalpers. It's an ingenious idea, massively inconvenient for anyone that wants to buy it, but it's a genius idea, right? You go to Warhammer World, 10 o'clock in the morning, right? And when you go into Warhammer World, you're given like a ticket. I'm assuming they'll probably use like raffle tickets or something. At 6 o'clock when the store closes, that raffle ticket is basically your queue number to go and get your book, right? So at 6 o'clock, the building closes. Everyone that's got a ticket that wants to buy a copy of the book gets to stay in Warhammer World, all right? And all Bugmans, and then they get to go one at a time and buy their copy of the End of the Death Part 3, the limited edition one.
Right.
Once they've all been sold, everyone that wants one has bought one.
Can all 600 people get one?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
And then, but if, say, for instance, I don't know if 600, it might be, it's probably less than 600, but it's in the hundreds mark.
Yeah.
Right. And then once all the people that had a raffle ticket or ordered a ticket have got a copy of it, they then have the option to buy more if they want to, right? So what they're doing, they've invited a whole bunch of people into the building who want to buy a copy of that book because they want it, and then they're going to sell them more copies, thus creating a small army of scalpers.
Okay. That seems like a terrible idea, not a great idea.
It was a great idea, and then they tanked it right at the end. Because what they should do is like, okay, they've all been sold out now. We will hold another one of these events in X amount of weeks, kind of thing.
Yeah. That sounds like an awful
Or just
idea.
send them out to the stores,
Yeah.
you know? So like, okay, across the country, these 20 stores have X amount of copies. You can only get your ticket at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then you have to go in after the shop's closed, right? So it means if you really, really want a copy of that thing, you're dedicating a day essentially to getting it. It's odd. It's so odd.
It's very.
It means that the people that really want it get it,
It's
but
very-
then their end result is. But
I don't think that's true,
if
though.
you've got a copy, you just buy more.
I don't think that's true, though, because let's say you live in Canada and you really fucking want it. You really going to fly over to Warhammer World to get a limited edition book? I don't think you are.
No.
I mean, there's people that live in the UK, in the far-flung reaches of the UK, that be like, that's a fucking long way for a
If
book.
you live in Cornwall, you're taking a weekend, aren't you?
BA Commander, I mean, it's a great idea, unless, like me, you live 500 miles north of the wall and you can't get to Warhammer World on short notice to buy a book. Yeah, it's just a terrible idea.
It's
it?
super weird.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great way of dealing with scalpers until you create the scalpers after.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's a great way of dealing with scalpers, to be fair.
What they should have done is gone, no more. Once we've sold one copy to everyone, you can all leave.
John McArdle,
John McArdle,
with 20 gifted.
he's such a big boy.
We're getting closer, Joe, to you getting all 3 T-shirts.
Are we allowed to talk about his
size
army?
medium.
It's medium.
Get your size medium. That's what you'll be in next week, isn't it? In a medium size next week?
I don't think I've been a medium since I was like 12.
I don't think I've ever been a medium, to be honest with you.
No.
Yeah.
Even when I was in my sexy Joe stage, about like 6 years ago, I think I was still like extra large.
I've seen those photos, right? If we get that Joe back, then there'll be ladies the other side of the screen fucking chucking knickers at us, Joe, whilst you're on stream.
It's no good to us. They'll just get their TV soggy, wouldn't they?
It's true, Joe, yeah. It's true.
They can send them into the PO box, right?
They won't do it for me, Joe. They'll do it for you.
Okay. Thank you. We've got to catch up with it. Thank you John McArdle.
For 20 gifted, yeah.
20 gifted.
We're not that far down there, are we?
Are we allowed to say that what he's doing?
I don't know. The reason why I skipped over the first time you asked the question is because I don't know. So I didn't say anything.
John, are we allowed to talk about it?
Thank you so much, John, for 20 gifted. You're a legend. That puts us on 36, I think it is, in total, of the finest gifteds, people. Thank you so much. You're amazing. At the moment, after what was looking like a fucking terrible May, there is a very, very, very small percentage chance it might actually end up being slightly better than April.
If it's so...
By a gnat's cock, but it might actually be slightly better than April.
If it's better than April, will you dress up in the proper outfit and dance around a maypole?
No. I also showed, after last Liam and Joe show on Thursday, I also showed Joe the 4 boxes of Blood Bowl team we now have next door because of you lot. When I say I'm going to do something because you hit a target, I do it.
Well, it's not only 4, it's
6 because I found the starter box.
6 teams, so we've got 3 teams each.
I found the starter box for Blood Bowl. It was still sealed in the plastic.
And the starter box is also thanks to John McArdle.
That was because of you, John, and the Golden Throne ticket from Warhammer Fest.
Yeah.
So Joe and I now between us have 6 Blood Bowl teams.
7 actually. I've got because no one came in that box set. It's in my garage.
Okay.
I forgot to bring it in.
We have 7 Blood Bowl teams.
Thank you. John McArdle says yes. So John's sending us his Alpha Legion army.
It has an Alpha Legion army that's been commissioned
Yeah.
here in the UK. And rather than get it sent to himself, he's like, do you want it at the channel for content? I'm like, fucking right, I do.
Thank you, Danny McArdle, for 20 gifted memberships.
Oh my God, John. Thank you so much, John.
So we could probably get started for using it as the Alpha Legion detachment.
In chaos,
I'm sure he'll probably be upset about that. But
it's got many things in it, Joe.
it's got many things.
It's got many things in it.
And then we'll probably have to play Horus Heresy, aren't we, at some point?
What about Joe and Liam boxer shorts? Yeah. We'll make them like there is no front or back, and depending on which way you're feeling, you can have Liam on the front and Joe on the back, or Joe on the front, Liam on the back.
What we need, right? What we need, you remember when the BBC service, or was it ITV, when the channel went out of service and there was a picture of that little girl writing on the chalkboard with the puppet? I just want that, but you and me.
Yeah. Which teams? We've got...
Or Rosie and Jim.
I've got Norse Wood Elves. Joe's got Amazonians and Vampires.
Yeah.
And then there's the starter box, which is Orcs and Humans.
Yeah.
And then what's the other one you've got in the garage? Do you remember?
I can't remember. I think it's a human team. But once we've done these, I really want the... my brain has just fallen out of my head. The gnome team. The gnome team is beautiful. The halfling team is.
I feel like I have to do the gnome team because of Kai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The models for that game are stunning.
He says it's okay to use it for okay.
Thank you.
Sam's here as well. I think I have a Dark Elf Blood Bowl team if you want it. Is it unbuilt in box? Sam's my personal trainer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm waiting for him to tell me I think it's working or not. Or he's going to mess with me like you fat fuck.
I very nearly got the Dark Elf team.
Did you?
When we were talking,
we were looking at them, yeah.
We were looking at them. I was like, I really want the Nagaroth Nightmares.
Well, I was going to get just one team each, and then I was like, we're on Element, and you have to go over £80 for free delivery, and I really get annoyed about paying for delivery.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So I was like, well, we might as well do 2 teams each then for variety of content. So Blood Bowl coming in the future.
Yeah. A long time ago, I used to have dwarfs. That's a beautiful kit. The
told off for tossing them.
Yeah. Always tossing a dwarf. I remember Games Workshop used to do live streams during COVID, and they were talking about new game ideas.
Yeah.
They didn't read it before. I was like, "Can you create a Lord of the Rings game called Nobody Tosses a Dwarf?" And they're like, "No, that would be inappropriate." And I was like, "But would it?
Might be.
Would it?"
Not well. They haven't put the word off in there, so I think it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, John, for 40 gifted, you fucking hero. Puts us on 56 of the finest.
Well, that's because we were also given 5 more by Dang Skippy.
Dang, Skippy!
And 1 by Evan Tominello.
Thank you, Evan Tominello.
We appreciate your 1 as much as we appreciate John's 40.
There's another 5 in there as well. We don't. He's lying. We don't. We are grateful.
Kev Thacker gifted 5.
Thank you, Kev.
I just want everyone to feel like we appreciate them.
We appreciate all of them, Joe. We absolutely appreciate all of them.
Yeah.
But we also can't be like 1 is equal to 40 because it's just not.
No.
It's very appreciated and we're incredibly grateful.
Yeah.
But it's not the same.
Think of it like murders, you know.
I did.
1, 40. That's impressive.
I mean, okay, yeah, true.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
40 murders is impressive.
Yeah.
Not encouraged, though.
No.
Jack. Cool.
No, don't do it. Like earlier when I said about putting guns in with monkeys, don't do that either. Thank you, Neric, for your super chat. I just hope the prior Nexus update is a big drop and comes with more than just the match play missions, but also a balanced data slate, or God forbid, some narrative missions / ways to play.
Thank you so much for the 10, man. You're a legend. I wouldn't get your hopes up. I'd assume, my assumption would be that the Piranha Nexus update will come with just a rules pack update.
I wanted to come with card sleeves and a deck box. Because they announced,
That'd be nice.
They announced a partnership with the deck box and dice tray business, something pro, wasn't it? Ultra Pro.
Ultra Pro, yeah.
It sounds like a condom company, but it's not.
Yeah.
Right? They had
Does it? Why?
Ultra Pro. Right? Yeah. They announced a partnership with those. But that was months ago. Nothing's come from that. I was looking yesterday on eBay. A few years ago, during 8th edition, Warhammer World had, they sold them at Warhammer World, but they had event-only dice boxes. And they were like that. They were proper wooden, nice finish, lovely inside matte with an Imperial Eagle on it. It was fucking beautiful. At the time, they were selling it for like 40 quid. And I remember at the time when I was in Warhammer, I was like, I'm not paying 40 quid for that. I bought the objective markers the same day, the 30 quid ones, the nice metal ones. I was like, I'm not going to buy that. And then I went away from and I was like, I really wish I bought it. And then when I went back, like a couple of months later, they didn't have any. And they're like, oh, we don't do them anymore. We've got those nasty fucking ones with the poppers on the edges.
I hate those things.
I fucking hate those dice trays. I was like, I don't want that. I don't want a mouse mat with some poppers on it. I wanted a beautifully created wooden box dice tray. And I spat on him.
Those mouse mat ones are, in terms of like merchandise, they're easier to produce, they're cheaper to make, they're easier to brand.
Yeah, but the whole purpose of a dice tray is to roll dice in it. They don't roll in it. They hit the side and just slide down.
I mean, it's true, yeah.
It's just awful. It makes me sad.
And now we've got our own fancy dice tray.
Yeah, but Ultra Pro do dice trays. They do nice long ones. But I'd like to see Warhamster version of those.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. We've got our own beautiful dice tray. We don't need Ultra Pro.
What I want.
Loads of other channels have also got their own beautiful dice trays, which normally you can't see half of them.
Peachy talked about this on a old.
My favourite is when you've got a dice tray and the camera's over here somewhere. That's my favourite.
Yeah. Or it's in, but it's really askew.
Yeah.
You can see like the floor. No, like ages ago, Games Workshop did an objective marker set, which is little servo skulls, and they were all stored inside a Lansgun tin.
I've got it here.
You've got it here. I've got one at home.
Yeah.
What I want is a slightly boxier version, which holds your entire deck.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'd be into that.
Yeah. Or it's like a bolt gun. Like a bolt gun magazine.
Again, we'd never use it because we do everything digitally.
No, but if I went, all right, I'm the sucker who would buy a bolt gun shaped case or bolt gun magazine shaped case that holds my cards.
Yeah, I get it. But those sorts of things, I feel like they're only ever going to make those collectible edition though. Like if you think about like the Servo Skull tape measure that we got gifted that's on the shelf behind there. You think about that objective set, I feel like that works as a limited run. I feel like if that was permanent stock, I'm not sure.
I like the way that they do stuff for events. So like you can get the event only.
Most dice trays aren't suited for my weighted dice.
Yes. I remember when I was with Boxy and he had metal dice. He was super proud of them.
I loved those dice.
They were great, but again, really impractical for playing games.
I love those
because
dice.
if you'd rolled them a little bit too, because you couldn't roll them on the table because they took models out.
You'd kill a man with those.
Yeah. Yeah, if you threw them hard enough, it would dent the wall or go into a wall.
I've always wanted to know how and where he got them made because I wanted to do like limited run, like 5 Great Hall dice in a little pack or something.
Yeah.
That were metal. there was a couple of issues I had. The first one was how fucking expensive they were to get made, and I don't even mean to like selling them to make any kind of profit.
I remember he was selling them individually for like £3 each.
No, more, I think.
Yeah.
But then he wasn't really making much profit on them either.
No.
And the other thing was, when they were brand new, they looked stunning, but you roll them a bit in any kind of normal environment and you start to lose the paint
battle
on the
damage.
edges. Yeah, they look chipped and stuff.
You'd have to clear lacquer them.
But I still loved them. They were fucking so nice.
They were
Big,
dangerous.
fucking heavy, chunky dice.
Yeah. You won't want to use them in a wooden dice tray though, because you dent the dice.
You'd break it.
Yeah.
You put a hole in it. Anyway.
Yeah. What was I talking about? Yes, thank you. Thank you, tattooed zoologist. I hope that you are a zoologist.
He is.
And he does.
Or was. I think he's retired now, if it's the same
Hello,
person.
you bearded beauty. Hello. You, I'm assuming, looks like he's got a beard.
That's great content, Joe.
Yeah, I'm just staring. Oh, look, I'm an Instagrammer. Right, no. I'm trying to tell. He does look like he's got a beard. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't really care, but
Yeah. Well
thank
done.
you for the donate. You're a legend. You're a hero.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Evan Tominello. Joe, the circus tent where the Flying Graysons met their end. Yes. He says net their end. I thought it's a play on words because there was no net, and that's how they all died because they fell to the ground. Batman. You don't watch that one?
Sometimes I get really lost from your super. I'm sorry about this, Jack. Right? I very, 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 very much appreciate gifted memberships and super chats and memberships. I like really appreciate. One of the reasons why gifted is better is because he fucking murders all the super chats. And so I would sit here. I'm like, cool, we got a donation, and he reads out. I have no idea what they've said.
Joe, the circus tent where the Flying Graysons net their end. Right? He probably meant met their end. Right, because in Batman, because Dick Grayson is Robin, right, and his parents were all trapeze artists, right, and then basically they were all killed by the Joker. They cut the
What is Joker?
Because they all fell to their death and died. Because they tried to save everyone in the circus tent because there was a giant bomb, but he shot them and they fell and they died. It was very sad. But then they were saved by Robin. If you go by the Batman film, it's a great film.
Thanks for the dono.
Love Batman. I love the old Batman. Did you watch any of the old Batman
Yeah, all
films?
of them. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good. Even the really good one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
As Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
With Poison Ivy in it.
Yeah. Uma Thurman.
That's the film where you realise that Batman is in fact the bad guy.
Yeah.
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 If you think about it, right, Mr. Freeze trying to bring the temperature of the Earth down. Global warming's a problem.
Yeah.
Right. Poison Ivy trying to grow all the trees and plants.
Yeah.
Right. Currently, all we're doing is cutting down rainforests. Batman stopped them both.
Yeah.
Batman's the bad guy.
Yeah. Literally killed them.
Batman's the bad guy.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like to yeah. The biggest problem because they're saying that Christian Bale's coming back as Batman as well.
Is he?
Yeah.
I like Christian
Old
Bale as
man Batman.
When I watched The Batman, the recent one,
Two-Face.
Luce and I watched it a month ago-ish, I reckon, roughly. We watched The Batman.
The Batman.
Right, the new one, okay. Actually didn't hate the film, but whoever the actor's name is, who escapes me right now, who played...
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, what a terrible Bruce Wayne. Good Batman,
Yeah.
terrible Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Because he just looked like some miserable emo goth
He looked
kid.
like a crack addict with jaundice.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Terrible Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Great Batman, terrible
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne.
This looks like a healthy millionaire. No.
They also made terrible choices for motorbikes, which annoyed me. But anyway.
Right, I hated the Batman.
Did
I
you?
enjoyed the last 10 minutes where he's being actual Batman, where Batman is being Batman, cool Batman, right? The support act for that film was incredible. I did not like the Riddler.
No?
The bit where he's singing that Ave Maria in the prison
I love
cell.
the Riddler.
I hated him so much.
Oh, I was mad for the Riddler. He was a great little
I
fucking
loved the
character.
Penguin. Colin Farrell is the Penguin. I'm there for that.
I couldn't believe that was Colin Farrell.
He was incredible. Catwoman's good. You can't really mess up Catwoman.
Because I am a person who's DC greater than Marvel.
Oh yeah, by miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of that grim and dark aesthetic.
But I'm all about Batfleck.
Are you?
Batfleck was the best comic accurate Batman and Bruce Wayne by far. He is the quintessential American dream of Batman. He's built like a brick shithouse, right? He's got the big square jaw, right? He beats the shit out of people. He's Batman over the edge. He's like, I'm going to kill everyone. Because like, oh, Batman doesn't kill anyone. He's like, hold my beer. I've got a plane with a minigun on it. Just kills loads of people, right? It's just so
I don't know.
and we also do get one of the best Alfreds in that series as well.
I was a big fan of Christian Bale as Batman with Michael Caine as Alfred. I was a big fan of that. I did genuinely enjoy that series of films. But then I think part of it, I always think as well, like one of my favourite ones out of all of those films was, I can't remember the name of it, Dark Knight Rises with what's his name as Joker. But I think
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. But I think Heath Ledger made the film.
Well, this is the biggest problem about all Batman, right?
It pivots on how good the bad guy is.
Yeah, because the bad guys are always better than
Almost
Batman.
always.
Yeah.
Almost always.
Almost.
Heath Ledger was incredible as the Joker.
Yeah.
And I've seen the Joker, which is Joaquin Phoenix, I think, plays that.
Yeah.
He does a pretty good job. And I think if Heath Ledger had never been the Joker, you'd be like, Joaquin Phoenix is the best Joker, without doubt. Yeah. And then because of Heath Ledger, you're like, oh.
Yeah. Well, Rick Jagger does make a point, and I do get it. It's the only film where Batman is actually a detective, right?
Yeah,
he does
true.
do detective shit in that film.
But he spends he spends too much time in the rain with his hood up, with his black eye makeup.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem for me. There's too like emo looking.
He reminds me of one of those kids that when they were like 10 or 11 really wanted a specific toy. And didn't get it, right? And that affected the entire course of his life.
Yeah.
Right? Not his parents being murdered, he just couldn't have a specific action man, and he's held it against his parents his entire life, right?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, my parents don't love me, I left home at 15. You know? I just don't get it. Whereas, yeah, who's your favourite Alfred? There are no wrong answers to that Alfred question. Chat, this also goes to you. Who is the best Alfred?
I don't know.
Right?
I loved Michael Caine as Alfred. Loved him as Alfred. I thought he was really good as Alfred, actually.
Yeah. But Michael Caine is great in everything.
Michael Caine is great in everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no bad Michael Caine anything.
Yeah.
I feel that there's two. The best answer for the best Alfred is Alfred from the Lego Batman movie. Right?
I didn't know that was on the table, Joe.
Right?
Because that's best Batman as well.
That's the best Batman.
Who never skips leg day.
He never skips leg day, and the only meal he eats is lobster thermidor, right? And Alfred has always he's always reading books and listening to audiobooks about raising your petulant child. Right? But
If I knew Lego Batman was on the table.
Yeah. Resident Rum Drinker is has picked my favourite.
From the Gotham series.
From the Gotham series. Sean Pertwee.
Okay.
The man from, did you ever watch Dog Soldiers?
No, I've seen Dog Soldiers a long time ago.
Sean Pertwee, double R bastard. Right? Double R bastard. This is young Alfred to child Batman, basically.
Okay.
Right? So he is the parental guardian, ex-SES, badass. Right? Beats shit out of everyone, wears a hunter jacket all the time.
Yeah, Tom says Andy Serkis is underrated Alfred. Andy Serkis is underrated in everything he does, I think.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis is great. Yeah, I recently listened to Fellowship of the Ring on Audible, narrated entirely by Andy Serkis, and it's fucking incredible. It's really, really good. Andy Serkis is amazing.
So good.
Yeah. Do we have more super chats to get through, Jay?
We do, yeah. I was just...
Okay.
We've got one, I was just padding
just
out.
one more. Okay, we're just padding. Okay, cool.
Dog Soldiers also, incredible film.
We stopped on 56 members as well, so we're probably not going to get you one of each
We've got
t-shirt.
more viewers now talking about Batman than we were talking about Games Workshop and Warcom being terrible.
Fuck GW, let's talk about Batman from now on.
Yeah. Should we do a film series? A pod, like a vodcast about watching films, you and I?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Did I not give you last year? Last week, did I give you the new series?
You did, yeah.
Gogglebox.
Yeah.
I said we could do Gogglebox.
Yeah.
And you were like, I don't really get it. Don't know what the point is.
I think what we should do is we should watch the film, right? And then we have a sit down talk about it afterwards. Like film reviews.
I don't know if we could put that on this channel. Could we put it on this channel though? I guess we could.
We just do it in members only.
We could. I don't like paywalling content though. I'm not a fan of paywalling content, and I always feel like the people that just flat paywall content.
Right.
There's too many people out there. Like you can have one video for free, and 3 or 4 that are paywalled.
Is it
greedy cunts?
Is it paywalling content when we have the best community ever that just gives memberships all the time?
No, we don't have the best community ever. Warhips said last night that he has the best community ever.
All 10 of them. I'm joking. I saw that joke last night and I had to continue it. Right. I asked him 2 great questions, right, actually. Because it was a great AMA, right?
Yeah. Was it? It was great when our lot turned up. Carry on.
I had 2 questions for him on his AMA. My first question is, where do babies come from? And
Pelicans.
He said storks.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Same.
Also a great film. You watch Storks?
Yes.
You got kids.
Yeah.
My favourite character is Pigeon Toady.
Yeah. Well, it's not doing Gogglebox nowadays.
No.
I feel like Gogglebox is better if we literally sit down together and watch the film on the big screen with that camera recording us.
Yeah. But when I watch films, I watch films. That's the problem.
Yeah, we have a pause button.
I will sit there with popcorn in dead silence. I hate it when people ask me questions.
So then this makes even better content because I would purposefully ask you questions because I know you hate it.
What? Right. That's basically the equivalent of women pretending to be asleep on Twitch, getting paid hundreds and hundreds of pounds. Just 2 guys watching a film.
Gogglebox.
I like it. I think we should do it. Yeah. I'm down for it now. I've talked to you because you did it by text. You know, I can't see the emotions. Stop giving me the finger with your left hand.
I know what you're talking about. What are you talking about, Joe?
I think we should do it. Me and you. I want a proper foot puff to put my legs on though.
A foot puff?
Yeah. Yeah, we've got in trouble with it last time.
I don't know. Normally he works Monday to Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we should do because it's great because I've watched a lot of films. You haven't watched many films.
No, I haven't watched many films.
And you could do what Luce does to you and my partner does to me, and you can ask me the questions of what's happening next.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
A new members only series, Gogglebox.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
This is where the channel starts becoming bigger than just the 40k audience. We're like, we should just give up on doing the hobby.
See, look, Razor says your tabletop channels, so having a non-tabletop stuff as members is probably fine.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know. I've always liked the concept of anybody can come and watch us.
Yeah.
And if you think we're worth paying for, you then choose to pay for it rather than I'm forcing you to pay for us just to see what the content's like. And if you don't like it, tough, you've already paid. For me personally, it just sits better with me that we go, you know what, if you think we're worth it, you can gift right now.
Napalm Brothers, a non-member, says memberships are overrated.
Someone get that man a membership.
Yeah. Snipe him.
Snipe him. Exclamation mark, snipe me.
Is munch me.
No, munch me's not a thing.
It's not a thing anymore.
No. Exclamation mark, member, gift, grift, member.
Yeah.
All those things. Exclamation mark, merch, exclamation mark, newsletter, exclamation mark, chair. There's lots.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark, beard. Last night someone said to Josh, how do you keep such a wonderful beard? And he was like, I use this stuff from Lush. I was like, wrong.
I like...
Don't start because I'm sponsored by someone.
I like Lush as a brand.
I don't.
But I feel like it's a massive con at the same time.
It is.
So I hate going into Lush. I like going into Lush stores because it smells incredible. It's lovely to walk around in the incredibly perfumed air. I don't like when I go into Lush. I don't go on my own very often. In fact, I never go on my own. When you go in there and basically their staff stood on boxes every 4 feet, right? Normally, and they survey. So one walks in. Well, when someone walks in the door, they don't so much have a greeter as a guy, as a man or a woman who beats you into submission to fucking buy something. And then as you walk around the shop, you are constantly aggressively attacked by people going, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" What I want is when you walk in, they give you a stick, or a piece of wood,
so you can beat other people with,
or a fucking cricket bat, right? And when someone goes, have you been spoken to? I was like, yes. I was given my cricket bat at the door. I'm now allowed to beat you for asking me a stupid question. But like,
it's a lot of money on cricket bats.
I do like the names of stuff in there, like Dad's Shed, the potting shed. You know,
Brian says I use Viking Revolution. It's amazing. !Beard. Right. There's a company out there started in Canada called the Beard Struggle that I am sponsored by. And if you use !Beard, there's also a code which gets you 20% off. And you don't. Not everyone gets a 20% code for being sponsored by the Beard Struggle. But we've got a 20% code for you people. Not only do you get 20% off, I get 5% kickback every time you use that link. Not use that link, every time you use that code. You don't even have to remember a link. You just have to remember the code, LTDEMPS20, get 20% off. Right? I think it's LTDEMPS20.
I use it as well.
It's the best stuff.
I only use it because you gave it to me.
It's the best stuff. The only tip I'll give you, if any of you do want to have a nice, healthy beard, the only thing I will say is I love the company. They make great products. But they do a day and a night oil, and that's a bit of a con. The reason why it's a bit of a con is because they're exactly the same, apart from the night oil has one extra ingredient. So you might as well just buy the night oil and use that one all the time.
Yeah?
Not buy the day oil.
It doesn't make you sleepy.
No, it doesn't make you sleepy, don't know.
Is it
it's not full of lavender.
Oh, is it full of Rehypnol? Also sponsored by Eddie Hall now as well, not us.
We also have another affiliation now, a big affiliation, which we announced on Friday. We haven't been together about this. You know that fancy chair I bought you, Joe?
Yeah.
I'm now affiliated with Secretlab. !chair. If you use that affiliate link to buy a Secretlab chair or any Secretlab products in the future, we get a monumental kickback. Now, I'm not allowed to tell you what that is because my contract with Secretlab says I'm not allowed to tell you what that is, but Joe's seen it. It really supports us. So,
I've got a Secretlab chair and I love it. I've got a Batman one.
Well, I've actually been quoting you.
Yeah.
So when I've been telling people about buying these chairs, people see the price. I'm like, Joe is quoted as saying, it literally fixed my back.
It did.
Yeah.
I did. I had a cheap chair. It wasn't a cheap chair, but it was not an expensive chair, right? I sat painting in it every day, working it every day, and my back was fucked, right? I had a Secretlab chair. After about a week, I was like, no more back pain. All gone. I literally live in that chair because if I'm not painting in it, I'm gaming in it as well.
They're good. They last.
I'd wheel it round from my painting area to be in front of the telly.
He puts a little lead on it, just his little pet.
Yeah.
He takes it wherever he goes.
But now I've got a computer and a nice monitor. I just unplug my Xbox from the telly and then just plug it into the monitor. So I don't even have to move from where I'm painting.
Yeah.
It's great. I've got an L-shaped desk, so I just go whoop.
They're fucking incredible chairs. I was very, very proud to be affiliated with them, even though they're so expensive. But this is the thing. I've said this forever. Any product we endorse, from 40k to AOS, to chairs, to beard products, to anything that we endorse, to Kickstarters, to objective markers, to painting studios. The only reason why I endorse those people or products is because they're literally the ones that I use.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. So Noble Chair. Oh, was it Noble Chairs who did the old Warhammer chair? I think the last one. They got sent to every fucking Instagrammer and his dog.
Because Cripps had one, didn't he?
Yeah, the world famous. Anyway, so those chairs look really nice. But I wouldn't buy one. I wouldn't endorse it because I wouldn't use it because I use Secretlab.
I don't think I'd be able to use any other chair now.
I'm sure they'll be pleased to know that. But we only ever, anything in general, if I say to you, go and buy a Chaos Space Marine box set, it's because I think it's good value.
My chair is so good, Hans Zimmer wrote all the music for Batman in it.
He did. That's a fact, actually. That is a fact.
That is,
yeah. Not specifically the one you've got.
Not specifically the one
but
I
the style of one you've got.
Although I do, if I ever got to go and meet Hans Zimmer, I'd take my chair with it so I could get it to sign it.
I just see Joe on the train with a fucking Secretlab chair, taking it with him. Oh, mate.
I might not take the whole thing with me, just the back.
!chair, Tony. Oh, you mean in the description below?
Yeah.
I do need to add the chair link to the description below. !chair, though, and I'll give you the link.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think he did the music for the third one in the chair.
We're on 57 members, Joe. I don't think you're going to get all 3 T-shirts.
Oh.
There is 43 to go with 222, 3 little ducks.
We've gained, 3 left. They don't like your aggressive chair advertising. It's going down. We'll stop talking about chairs now.
222 people in chat right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Meat Squadron.
Thank you, Meat Squadron.
Says, hi, dads. Creepy. I started work at 3:30 a.m. today. One bee colony eliminated. Now off to destroy some roaches. Down with the Xenos. Praise the Emperor. I'm assuming he's like
He's a pest controller.
pest control man.
Yeah.
Not.
What did you do with the bee colony? Did you just eliminate it or did you move it somewhere?
I like to imagine he blew it up. You know?
But we need to save the bees, Joe.
Yeah.
We need
I
to
imagine
save-
he took it from where it was and put it somewhere else.
We need to save the bees. We need to save our insects.
I got rid of a wasp nest outside my bedroom window by
Alright.
aggressive. So I closed all the windows and all the doors in the house, and I opened the bedroom one, and I got a broom and went bah! and I closed it, and then hid inside my house for the rest of the day.
Comments says disregard chairs. Talk about Batman.
Yeah,
We're a Batman channel now.
we're a Batman channel.
We need to save the bees because of fucking vegans. All the insects are dying, so we
Yeah.
need to save the bees.
Yeah, so I think like, you don't have to kill insects to look after cows, do you?
No, well, no.
No.
And actually, if you farm livestock, what you need when you farm livestock is more hedgerows.
Yeah.
The more hedgerows you have, the more insects you have. And the more insects you have, the more voles and mouses and birds and stuff
So
you
what
have.
you're saying is we should kill all the vegans.
What I'm saying is, when we had loads of hedgerows, because the way we used to farm, actually nature was healthier.
Yeah.
And now, if you're just farming crop the whole time and you're not farming livestock, you can get rid of your hedgerows, and it's more efficient in your tractor and your combine harvester, which means we're reducing the amount of natural wildlife and natural vegetation that exists in this country specifically, including all the insects, including having less bees and insects in general. And those are the things that do things like pollinating, and they help seeding, and they help feed the general natural ecosystem. If we lose insects, guess what? The whole food chain collapses.
So we lose incest.
Yeah. I mean, you're from Shaftesbury, it's likely.
That's a whole part of the hub gone, that is. God.
Me Squadron, thank you for the gifted membership. You're a hero.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. We need hedgerows, and we know the only reason why we have hedgerows is because we farm livestock.
Yeah.
And move them from field to field. If you don't have livestock and you farm crop, you just get rid of all the hedgerows and have giant fields because it's more efficient.
The thing is, though, less hedgerows, less doggers.
I'd like to, in terms of not necessarily in terms of mass, but in terms of actual lives lost, I wouldn't mind betting that the farming that goes on for veganism probably kills more things than actual farming meat.
Yeah.
I'd almost guarantee it. In fact,
We could get more meat if we started taking out the vegans.
this is what happens when there's no 40k news.
Meat was eliminated. They were inside a spa, so they were on holiday, chilling.
They're
and you
having
were-
a bee holiday,
Yeah.
and you went and murdered them all, Meat Squadron. For 1 second, I thought Liam was endorsing killing vegans. Well,
I think we should. Thank you, tattooed zoologist, for becoming a Hesir.
all by himself.
Yeah.
Oh, what a legend! Thank you so much, man.
What I liked about hedgerows was hiding in them.
Like see Homer. That's what I thought. That was Homer Simpson.
Yeah. Like just I don't know, hiding in hedgerows, shooting them with people with BB guns
Yeah.
when I was a kid, or leaving fruit on the road and watching it get run over.
Job casually promoting incest, dogging, and cannibalism.
What I get up to in my spare time is up to me. Right. Thank you, Crumpets Panda. Says, did you lads want the Corn Blood Bowl team unbuilt?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
unbuilt.
Who
100%.
did I see Sarissa do a laser cut pitch,
You do, yeah.
a stadium, which I like the look of.
If you don't want it and you've got nothing you want to do with it, well, I will happily accept it.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit. I sound really ungrateful. I'm a bit fussy about unbuilt because on too many occasions people have said, "Do you want this thing?" And I said, "Yeah." And they've come through and it's like it's unusable, and now I just have this stuff that I can't do anything with. And so I don't want to be an ungrateful fucker. But if we get it unbuilt in box, doesn't necessarily have to be new in box necessarily, but unbuilt in box, normally we've got more chance of being able to bring it to the screen at some point in the future without putting tons of effort in to get it ready.
Brian Hall's brain went to the exact same place mine did. So every time you mention hedgerows, I immediately think of World War II Normandy, just hiding in the bocage, waiting for those Shermans with the big spinny.
He also
wine
said,
table.
can't farm livestock, destroys the environment. Can't farm vegetables, destroys the environment. The only choice, don't eat. There's some people out there, to be honest with you, Brian, that could do with that advice. Yeah. Nightmare, thank you for 10
Thank you.
gifted memberships. You absolute hero, putting us on 68 now, Joe. You're getting closer to your 3 T-shirts, but we do have a hard stop in 18 minutes.
18 minutes? Oh, yeah, because the water people come here. Make sure there's no poo in our drinking water.
Which, in the UK, it's actually quite likely, so we need it
I
checked.
heard that there's a new... if you have Thames Water, you could pay a subscription. It's cheaper, much like Amazon, where you get adverts, but instead of that, you just get poo in your water.
Yeah.
You could pay more to have clean water.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the answer, to be honest, is buy bottled water, which you shouldn't have to pay for because you're already paying for water rates anyway. But then what happens then is there's a plastic problem. We can't win, can we?
What about glass?
I'm not buying glass bottles.
What about
Fucking hell.
What about a bottle that's made out of like sugar? You can eat it afterwards.
Relocate these wasps, however. Finish him!
Or like a hornet's nest, just shoot it from range.
Doc Sherry said, what's the matchup going to be tonight? I think I'm going to be bringing Custodes after the huge FAQ update they had yesterday.
They had an FAQ update?
They did, yeah. It's massive. It's huge. Tony, thank you for the 10 gifted.
It's massive.
It's massive, the update yesterday, yeah. Huge.
What was it?
I'm being sarcastic, Jay. Tony, thank you for 10 gifted memberships.
What was it? What was the update? I
It
don't
was
know.
a couple of typo corrections, basically. You didn't actually get any real rules benefit from it, to be fair.
Did they move some of the...
what's
Thank
his
you,
name?
Dark Like Vader.
Like sweet like chocolate, but dark like Vader.
Yeah.
I think Valerian gained Deep Strike, that's about it.
Oh.
Yeah, and there was a couple of like typo corrections, but they weren't actual changes to rules. So, paying on my gifted. Thank you so much. I love that. I love it when people pay forward their gifted. Thank you so much, man. You're a hero.
The Orcs got an FAQ update as well.
It didn't change much. Typo corrections. It didn't change much at all.
I don't care about typos. I know that people at Games Workshop can't spell. I'd rather they did rules properly instead.
So Josh is like, I didn't know there was an FAQ. That's because whether it's just correcting the incompetence that existed the first time, they don't typically shout about it very loudly.
Yeah. So it means that they correct the app. I think so. If they're correcting typos, right, and things like that, why did they tell people they did it? Surely you just do it in secret. Like, the app's updated, right?
Because when they upload the document, because they also upload it as a PDF document, it gives you an upload date. And that's how you know. It's not like they didn't put an article out as far as I'm aware, Jay. It's just document changed to whatever yesterday was, so 29th of May. I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
They're like, that's a new one. And they checked it and it's Custodians and Orcs that had the change.
Okay.
So I don't think it's... I wouldn't go as far as to say that they've advertised that they were morons in the first place and they fixed it.
Oh.
Orcs changed transport stuff for Gaz going in transports too. Yeah, he takes up the space of 15 models now or something. Gaz did go down to only take up 15 space in the transport to being on diet. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Fun, innit?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all the gifteds, by the way, people. You're amazing human beings. It puts us on 79. Is that what I can see?
79.
79.
And 147 likes.
Just 21 members to go, Joe, and you'll get 3 T-shirts out of it.
All right, then. Seeing as people like our film-based conversation, who is the best James Bond villain?
Villain?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because everyone says what the best James Bond is.
Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I'll die on that hill.
Or, yeah. It used to be Timothy Dalton for me.
Timothy Dalton was a good Bond.
Yeah.
Right, he was a good Bond. Sean Connery was a good Bond, I thought. I liked Sean Connery's Bond. But I still think Daniel Craig's best Bond.
Yeah. I do like the fact that when it's no news day, we're just going to turn it into just general chat day.
Yeah.
Well,
we're going to get ready for Gogglebox, aren't we?
Yeah.
Gas models after Joe confirmed.
Yes.
But yeah,
underneath that mouth thing, he's got a big beard.
Yeah. That's why he's got it there, to keep it tucked away.
Yeah.
So people can't tug it. Jaws was good. 006. That's a bold call. Yeah. Closing time, James.
Also, we did also have Xenia on a top there, who keeps on a top of things.
She does, yeah.
Which I did feel like influenced a lot of my...
I feel like older Bond villains were less serious, weren't they?
Yeah.
Because he threw his hat, didn't he? Odd Job, was that the one?
Odd Job, yeah.
Yeah, he threw his hat at you.
Scaramanga's one defining feature, his extra nip.
Yeah.
He had 3 nipples.
Right, you can talk to me about this for a minute. I'll go to the bathroom. I've drank too much fluid today for being in the gym, so...
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute, chat.
Yeah, they were all kind of really weird in a sense of like Dr. No was just the evil scientist. I did enjoy Jaws, but I felt like he was a bit silly, you know. Goldfinger was just a rich man who wanted to be richer by doing gold. But then, here's a question for you. What would have happened to Goldfinger when America changed its financial system where it wasn't based on the financial cost of gold anymore, where it became a free exchange market? I only learnt this, by the way, through Teen Titans Go about the American stock exchange and stock system. But, yeah, my favourite baddie was obviously the one from Skyfall, whose name I cannot remember off the top of my head. Baron Samedi, the voodoo guy. Hilariously, Baron Samedi was only a bad guy in the sense that he kind of loitered around in the background, turned up for a mediocre sword fight, and then died. He wasn't actually the bad one. Yeah, who? You had, and then Blofeld got replaced multiple times, didn't he?
Who was the guy? Was it Goldeneye or Tomorrow Never Dies, where he's like using the news to bring the world down?
Oh, Tomorrow Never Dies.
That old geezer.
Yeah,
the great. I can't remember
with
his
the
name.
lady from Lois and Clark.
Yeah, I thought he was a cool bad guy. I like.
He was great. In the sense that he was a more modern day. He's the great thing about the bad guy from Tomorrow Never Dies. He is a very short step away from Trump. Right? using a stealth boat to influence news to thus become richer.
What I liked about that bad guy,
destabilise the country.
What I like about that bad guy is, on the whole, it's terrifyingly close to real life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I quite liked him as a bad guy, I think, but I think that's maybe because it was like, oh, that could have actually be a thing.
Yeah.
There's been some shit bad guys in Bond. I'm actually really interested as to who they're going to cast to take over from.
They've already done it, haven't they? They've already cast him.
For the person taking over from Daniel Craig?
Yeah.
Have they?
Yeah. What's his name? Aaron... I want to say Aaron Taylor Thompson, but I feel like that's a made-up name. He was the guy from Kick-Ass. He's also in Bullet Train. Right? He's going to be the new Kraven the Hunter. I think he's a terrible choice for Kraven the Hunter, but he is good. Sony is on a rampage at the moment for destroying all of its reputable characters.
New James Bond. I need to see this individual. New James Bond. Frontrunner Aaron Taylor Johnson looks... One day looks worlds away from 007 as he shoots 28 Days, something or other. Who is going to be the next James Bond? The latest actor rumoured as the next 007 is Kraven the Hunter star Taylor Johnson.
But thank you, Brian Garrett, with his super chat, saying, "My favourite Sunday."
Okay, so
Banana Split.
I didn't. What was he? He was in Kick-Ass, did you say?
Yeah.
Was he in Kick-Ass?
He was in.
Well, at least, I mean, at the very fucking least, at least they haven't fucking Disney'd it.
He was Quicksilver in Age of Ultron.
I haven't seen that.
The world's best human shield.
Have I seen Age of Ultron? I don't think
You probably haven't got to if you're watching it. It's the one with the robot baddie. The one where they bring in Wanda Maximoff.
That's not a real name. I don't think I have seen that.
Yeah.
I don't think I have seen that.
The Scarlet Witch.
Okay, he looks, I mean, he could work.
She's beautiful.
Who's that?
Scarlet Witch.
Who?
Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff.
What's her actual name?
It's the kind of name you would attribute to a lipstick brand.
Lucy's made us donuts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Joe's staying at my house tonight, chap, because tomorrow morning we're up early to drive all the way to Birmingham, which is like 3 hours.
Yeah. Average British Nerd is correct that Henry Cavill should be the next Bond.
That would actually be a really good cast.
The best one.
That would be a really good cast for Bond, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't have been against that.
We're in a world where we're like, just shut up and give it to Henry Cavill because he's do a good job.
Yeah.
My interesting thing about Henry Cavill at the moment is whether he still is or isn't connected to Games Workshop's Warhammer series, Amazon series.
Why wouldn't he be?
I don't know, because every time I go on my YouTube, he's leaving Amazon. He's not doing Warhammer. Henry Cavill hates Warhammer now.
Right,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
right,
what
Joe,
is this? All this fake
Joe,
news?
You have to be aware of the fact that sometimes some people, the only way they can get a click is by putting Henry Cavill's name or face in their content, or by something evil, something dark side, Games Workshop's awful. That's the only way they can get any kind of click, any kind of viewership, anyone to turn up and watch their content. So every time I see something on YouTube that says, Henry Cavill, Amazon News, I'm ignoring it. I'm fucking ignoring it. And famously, one of the best people for actually getting rumours correct and getting rumours accurate, who's probably being fed by Games Workshop themselves, Varak went live saying that Amazon Warhammer TV fucking Cavill deal's fallen through. And the next day they announced they'd signed the contracts.
Yeah.
So just if it's on YouTube, just ignore it. It's just fucking drama farming. That's all they're doing. They're drama farming. And it's like fucking poor old Mikey. I love Mikey. Mikey's adorable. But his highest watched piece of content of all time, I think, is a 60-second video of Henry Cavill talking about Warhammer. Mikey's not in it.
No.
But people use his face in the thumbnail and use his name in the title. But like, people will click. People will click. I've refused to do it so far. I will continue to refuse to do it. But I would ignore it if you see it on YouTube, quite honestly.
Kai, we haven't mentioned their name, but I know that's where your head went.
Kai, you can fuck off.
Yeah.
Politely, by the way.
Also, the replacement Superman, by the way, is poor man's Henry Cavill. Is the Wish Henry Cavill.
Who's the replacement Superman?
I've never heard of him before. Just some guy.
Oh, me. I love Valrak. I love Sam. I think he's great. I think he's a great guy. I don't necessarily like the leak content, but I like Sam. But even he, who doesn't get it wrong, got it wrong. So whenever I see something on YouTube, Henry Cavill, Amazon, I'm ignoring it. Until it's officially announced, I'm ignoring it. Yeah. And it might be that he steps away. I don't see why he would, but it might be that he steps away. I just don't believe it. I think that he'll be involved.
So I like the idea of Tom Hardy as a slightly unhinged Bond.
Yeah, I'm into
but
that.
He's in his. Have you seen that new Biker Boys film that he's in?
I want to see that.
Yeah.
Of course I do. Yeah. Very. Yeah.
It looks good though. When I saw the trailer for it, I was like, "Oh, is this the prequel to Sons of Anarchy?" And then I realised it was based in England, so it's probably not.
Sons of Anarchy. There's a sequel to Sons of Anarchy called Mayans.
Yeah, but there's supposed to be a prequel movie.
I literally started watching Mayans for the first time yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I finished Sons of Anarchy for the third time. And then I started watching Mayans yesterday. Got through episode 1 and then had to stream and then all that kind of stuff. Would you refuse to do it if he came? I feel like, just to maintain standards, if Henry Cavill came here for a saga, I'd probably do like a... You know when you see those channels with the blacked out outlines, you don't know who it is?
Yeah.
Liam and super special guest, and I wouldn't put his name in the title on purpose, just for a laugh.
Yeah.
I think I'd do that. I think I'd just black out the image, so it'd be like me, and then rather than like Peachy being there, it'd just be a blacked out person.
You'd have to have a blacked out version of me sat on his lap.
I would literally cut him out of the image, put him on, and just go complete fucking jet black, and with a white border, so you have no idea who it is. Because I'd be like, you know what? If you don't watch sagas, you don't fucking deserve to watch this one.
No.
We are 5 minutes away. We're on 79 members, 21 members to go. It's like the song from So Solid Crew.
21 seconds to go.
Yeah, but members. Luce normally sings it.
I don't actually know the words.
No,
21 seconds to go.
it didn't give it away.
That one.
If we get 21 members, you get 3 t-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I've decided I want to do a Salamander's Army.
Liam and some Custodes fans, Saga of the Great Hall. Yeah, exactly.
And some Custodes fans. By the way,
look at average British nerd. Short bloke is Tom Hardy. I worked with him on Venom. Flex. Clang.
Clang.
Oh, amazing.
I
want to get to know average British nerd better. Look, Henry Cavill was also a decent lad. Worked with him on Argyle. I don't know what he does for a living, but we need to find out.
Yeah. Message us. We'll give you the address. You can come over anytime. I'll buy you lunch.
Let's not say that. He won't buy you lunch. When he says he'll buy you lunch, he means I will.
Yes.
Actually, you bought lunch today.
I bought lunch today. I went to Costco.
You did.
That's an adventure.
It is.
It's like Toys R Us, but for adults.
Yeah. Fucking 100% it is. Yeah.
I do now want a new TV.
Because Costco.
Because I walked in and I was given a TV which is the size of like a dining room table. And I was like, oh, pretty.
Everyone wants a bigger TV, always, until you get it in your room and go, this is too big.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Joe should wear Henry's skin and do the interview. Okay. Right, cool. Have you got another one? No?
Brian Garrett said my favourite Sunday, but you're on a rant.
Oh, as in actual ice cream sundae? Or my favourite Sunday?
So, AE, so I'm assuming the ice cream.
I don't really eat
I
sundaes.
said banana split.
Just because that's the one you could think of at the time?
Yeah.
You don't eat many bananas, Joe.
I ate one this morning, actually. I did, actually. I also like bananas in pancakes.
Pancakes is lemon juice and sugar. That's the way to have pancakes.
I had it too much.
Although, I have cut a significant amount of sugar out of my diet.
Yeah.
And I mean a significant amount of sugar out of my diet. And I was grumpy for a bit and quite tired for a few days. But I'm borderline sugar-free. And I have to use this because I still eat like fruit, which is natural sugars and stuff like that. But in terms of actual sugar, I have about a half a teaspoon in coffee now with my honey. I have honey in tea. I don't have chocolate. I've stopped eating chocolate altogether pretty much. So I feel like if I had sugar and lemon pancakes right now, I'd be bouncing off the fucking walls.
21 members. Meat Squadron.
What for? For Joe's shirt? Yeah, 21.
What's your favourite ice cream then?
What's my favourite ice cream? Ooh. I like a good solid mint choc chip.
Yeah.
Big fan of a mint choc chip. But I am also an absolute fucking whore for Ben & Jerry's fish food.
Really?
Yeah.
That's quite nice. My favourite is rum and raisin. And everyone calls me a right granddad when I get it.
I like a rum and
fucking love rum
raisin.
and raisin.
I do like it, but sometimes I feel like it's just like I feel like mint choc chip is an ice cream I could eat any time and be happy.
Yeah.
And rum and raisin, I feel like I have to be in the mood for rum and raisin.
Yeah. I think my favourite Ben & Jerry's has definitely got to be the new Antarctic one. But it's like white chocolate with white ice cream.
Yeah.
I'm not flavour.
How tall is me? I am 6'1", maybe. If I slouch, maybe not, but 6'1".
I would have put you like 6'2", 6'3", because I'm 5'.
I don't think I'm 6'2". I don't think I'm 6'2". I think I'm 6'1".
I don't know.
If I stand up straight,
I've enjoyed today's chat show talking about random shit.
This is what we do best.
Yeah.
Joe and I talk about random shit a lot, and sometimes the Liam and Joe show is a bit restrictive because we have to cover a topic, and sometimes we can just chat absolute bollocks. But the problem is when we don't have a topic that we're ranting about, we get 200 views rather than 400 views.
Yeah, we get more than when we talk about AOS.
Yeah. Real maple syrup and peanut butter on pancakes, best thing. I love maple syrup. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ben & Jerry's Kama Sutra hit the spot last time I tried it.
In Costco, they do protein powder pancake mix.
You got a lot smaller since he's turned 55, you cheeky fucking bastards. I'm 37, I'll have you know, which means Joe is 36, although he keeps forgetting his age.
Liam is the only reason I know how old I am. And that's only because he's a year older than I am and he tells me.
Right, you wonderful human beings. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on this random chat. I've actually enjoyed this random chat too, Joe.
Yeah.
Legitimately enjoyed this random chat. Tonight we've got another live game of 40k for you beautiful people at 7:30 p.m. sorry. And Joe was talking yesterday about using the Maelstrom deck again. Probably going to go for it for a laugh. We're going to enjoy ourselves, play some 40k, have a laugh, and be a bit silly.
Yeah,
that's what we do on this channel.
I think I'm running Flesh Terrors tonight.
It's not quite going to be as silly as Footy K that we played on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It won't be quite that silly, but it'll be pretty silly. Mm-hmm. You're going to run Flesh Terrors again, are you?
I haven't run them for a while.
Huh?
I'm tempted to take Tyranids, though. I haven't run them for a bit.
I'm going to run Custody, so my army's shit anyway, so you run whatever you want. I don't mind. I'm easy. You pick. It's fine. I don't care. Right?
I feel like I'm going to take Flesh Terrors because my entire Tyranid army is just made of flat damage 3.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be too much. I was looking at the what's the old the big dildo guns for Tyranids. Not the Tyrone effects. You got the Malaceptor and the other one.
Napalm, I am absolutely not on a vegan diet. I can tell you that much. Before the stream, I ate half a chicken. I know I ate half a chicken because Joe bought a whole chicken and just cut it in half. So Joe had the other half of the chicken.
Yeah.
There's no vegan diet here, sir.
No.
Don't you worry.
No, I am
Nothing but protein intake.
All meat all the time.
Yes, that's what they say.
I prefer warm meats over cold meats.
Yep, that's what they say about you, Joe.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. So thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Maybe Joe will switch to Tyrannus tonight.
Green.
Who
That's
knows?
fun.
Who knows? But we'll be playing Custodians versus something tonight. So keep an eye out for the thumbnail. It'll tell you the two armies. And we'll be playing at 7:30 this evening live on the channel. Tomorrow night, normally at 8:30, we go live for 40k After Dark. I drink mead. Eventually you get a bit like slurry and probably swear at some people. But I don't know what time we're going to get back from UK Games Expo. My intent is to get back and do a 40k After Dark stream, but it might be old timings at like 9:30. There's also every chance that we get through the door at 9:30, in which case there won't be an After Dark stream, which means we need to make it a big grand finale tonight because it's the last one of May, right? But I don't know for definite whether we will or won't make it tomorrow night, so I can't make any promises, because if we do walk in the door at 9:30 and we're both exhausted, I'm obviously not going to do a stream and take a night off. We'll see, okay? Otherwise, if we do a stream, it'll be another week of 7 fucking shows. You tell me another channel that does 7 live streams a week that isn't just Valrak.
BBC News.
Fair, okay. I'm happy to compete with those, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're less doom and gloom.
Yeah. Sometimes.
So hopefully you've enjoyed the show. If you have, leave it a like for us. Obviously, you can stick your comments down below, and Joe and I read those comments, and sometimes we reply, especially if you're being an arsehole. But otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you. Oh, I need to get my phone. I haven't got the thing right.
You completely ruined the timings there. You all right?
In the next one.
Bye, have one other time.